You think your life in America will change when your net worth changes. But what no one tells you is this. The system doesn't disappear as you get richer. It just changes how it controls you. Right now, you're at $0. Or close enough that it feels like it. You're waking up in a small apartment in Chicago, maybe shared with a roommate, maybe alone, but just barely holding it together. Your phone lights up before you even get out of bed. Bank balance low, credit card alert. Almost maxed. Student loan notification still growing. And for a second, before your feet even touch the floor, you feel it. Pressure not loud, not dramatic, just constant. Because in America, when your net worth is zero, you don't feel broke, you feel temporary. Like you're one bill away from everything falling apart. You make coffee or skip it to save money. You check your email, payment due. Minimum balance required. Your statement is ready. It's not even surprising anymore. It's routine. And that's the dangerous part. Because this is where most people in the US get trained. Trained to survive, not to build. You make a decision, you get a job. Maybe it's $15 an hour, maybe $18. Maybe you're lucky and hit $20. It feels like progress, like things are finally moving. But then your first paycheck hits, and reality hits harder. Rent takes half. Groceries take another chunk. Gas, subscriptions, random expenses. And suddenly, you're not building anything. You're maintaining survival. Welcome to $10,000 net worth. It sounds better than zero, but it doesn't feel better. Because now you have something to lose. You've got a little savings. Maybe $3,000 in your account. Maybe a used car that barely works. Maybe you paid down a small part of your debt. And for the first time, you start thinking differently. Not how do I survive, but how do I not go backwards? And that's when the system tightens. Because now, your credit score matters. In America, that number controls everything. Your apartment, your car, your interest rates. Your opportunities. You open your first real credit card. Not because you want to, but because you have to. You swipe it carefully at first. Gas, groceries, small things. You tell yourself you'll pay it off every month. And sometimes you do. But then something happens. A surprise expense, a medical bill, a car repair. Something small, but not small enough. So you carry a balance just this once. But in the US system, just this once is how it starts. Interest kicks in. 20%, sometimes more. And suddenly, your $1,000 problem becomes $1, $200, then $1 for $100. And you're working not just for yourself anymore, but for the bank. Now you hit $50,000 net worth. This is where it looks like you've made it. You've got a stable job. Maybe you're earning $60K, $70K, maybe even $80,000. You move into a better place. A nicer apartment in Chicago, maybe closer to downtown. You upgrade your car, not crazy, but respectable. You start eating out more. Living a little, and from the outside, you look successful. Your friends see it. Your family sees it. You finally feel like you're doing things right. But inside, something feels off. Because even at $50,000 net worth, you're still checking your bank account before every big purchase, still timing bills, still calculating how much is safe to spend. And the worst part? Your lifestyle has grown just enough that you can't go backwards anymore. Your rent depends on your income. Your car payment depends on your job. Your entire life is now built on the assumption that the money keeps coming. So you work harder. You say yes to more responsibilities. You stay late, you answer emails at night. Because now, it's not just about surviving. It's about maintaining everything you've built. Then comes $100,000. This is the number everyone in America talks about. 6 figures, the milestone, the proof that you've made it. And when you hit it, it feels good for a moment. Your salary crosses $100,000, you celebrate. Maybe you upgrade your lifestyle again. Better apartment, better car, better everything. But then, taxes hit federal, state, FICA, and you realize something nobody warned you about. You're not keeping most of it. That $100,000 doesn't feel like $100,000. It feels like $70K, maybe less depending on where you live. And now, you're in deeper than ever. Because your life expanded to match a number that was never fully yours to begin with. Your expenses are higher. Your expectations are higher. Your pressure is higher. And your margin for error? Still thin. Even at $100,000 net worth. You're not free. You're just more comfortable inside the system. And the system? It loves this level. Because this is where you stop questioning things. You've got enough to feel stable, but not enough to escape. You keep going, chasing the next level. Because you think that's where everything finally changes. But what you don't realize yet is that every level comes with a new version of the same trap. Just dressed differently. And the higher you go, the harder it becomes to see it. Because now, it looks like success, but feels like control. And that's where the real shift begins. At $250,000, everything changes, but not in the way you expect. And that's where the system starts playing a completely different game with you. One that most people never even realize they're inside until it's too late. At $250,000 net worth, this is where your life in America starts to look impressive, not just stable, not just doing okay. Impressive. You're no longer worried about your next paycheck in the same way. Your bank account has a cushion. Your investments are starting to exist. Maybe a 401k, maybe some index funds, maybe a brokerage account you check a little too often. From the outside, you've made it. You're the person people ask for advice now. How did you do it? What should I invest in? And you answer confidently, because for the first time, you feel like you understand money. But here's what's really happening. You didn't escape the system. You just moved deeper into it. Now your life is built on bigger numbers, bigger rent or a mortgage, bigger car payment, bigger lifestyle, and bigger expectations. Because at this level in the US, you don't just maintain your life. You upgrade it. You move into a nicer neighborhood. Maybe you buy a home, not because you fully understand the math, but because that's what people do. 30-year mortgage, interest that quietly doubles the real cost, property taxes that never stop, maintenance you didn't plan for. And now you're locked in, not by debt alone, but by commitment. Because walking away now would feel like failure, so you stay. You earn more. You push harder. You tell yourself it's worth it. Because your net worth is growing. $300K, $350K, maybe even $400,000. And on paper, you're winning. But something strange starts happening. Your time starts disappearing faster. Work gets heavier. Responsibilities increase. You're no longer just doing your job. You're managing people, managing problems, managing expectations. Your phone doesn't turn off anymore. Emails follow you everywhere. Dinner, weekends, even vacations. And the worst part? You start to accept it. Because this is what success looks like, right? Then you hit $500,000, $500,000. This is where things get dangerous. Because now, you really believe you're close. Close to freedom. Close to making it. Close to finally relaxing. But the system shifts again. At this level, it stops controlling you with fear and starts controlling you with comfort. Your life is good. Not perfect, but good enough. Nice home. Reliable car. Decent savings. You can afford dinners, trips, small luxuries. And that's exactly why most people get stuck here. Because now the question isn't, how do I survive? Or even, how do I grow? It becomes, why risk what I already have? Play it safe. You keep your job. You avoid big moves. You stick to what works. And slowly, without realizing it, you trade your upside for stability. This is where the system wins the most. Because it doesn't need to trap you anymore. You stay willingly. Now let's move to $1 million. This is the number everyone dreams about. The milestone, the goal. The proof that you've truly made it. And when you hit it, it feels surreal. 7 figures. You look at your accounts. And for a moment, you feel powerful. Like you finally broke through. But then reality settles in. Because in America, $1 million isn't what it used to be. It's not retirement money. Not by itself. Not in cities like New York, Los Angeles, even parts of Chicago. It's security, but not freedom. So what do? You keep going. Because now your lifestyle matches your income. Your home is bigger. Your expenses are higher. Your responsibilities are heavier. And even though you could slow down, you don't. Because something inside you changed. Now it's not just about money. It's about identity. You are the person who earns this, who manages this, who maintains this level. And stepping back feels like losing a part of yourself. So you keep pushing, you keep climbing, you keep playing, even though deep down, you're starting to realize something uncomfortable. Every level you reach creates a new version of dependency, just more expensive and harder to walk away from. Because now it's not just your life. It's your family, your reputation, your entire identity tied to this number. And the system, it's still there, just quieter now, less obvious, but more powerful than ever. Because now you're choosing to stay inside it.